Yeah, just Sveno Mick here. This is a very sad note, this little short vlog I'm going to do. This is my cousin, Monique Estelle Boxall, Niki. Now, what can I say? Went to this funeral yesterday. Probably the saddest funeral I've ever been to, barring my cousin Albert John, many years ago in the mid-80s, died of cancer at 14. And we're out with a cemetery here, and this was a shocker. Now Monique, what they talked about her, and they were spot on. Obviously the family had given it was a graveside funeral, and the family had obviously instructed and told the people exactly about Monique, free spirit. Now Monique was killed in a car accident 2 weeks ago yesterday. She's buried yesterday, which was Monday. She was killed in a car accident at Conondale just by herself. The car, I'm not sure if it rolled over. I didn't need to see it on the news. I was told what had happened, and I don't need to see that. Monique was thrown out of the car and was killed instantly, as I understand. Now, she was born in 1992, early 1992, 23rd of the 2nd, 1992. And she was killed on the 5th of the 9th, 2022. So she's just over 30 years old, 30 and a half years old, or a little bit more. 30 years old, 7 months. Well, not even quite that, 30 years old and 6 months. Now, the saddest funeral I've ever been to. My mum's was bad because it was my mum, which I love dearly, even though we used to argue, or we wouldn't agree on things, and it'd always end up in a bit of a not agreeing. But this one here, Monique, young mum, 3 boys, a set of twins, the oldest fellas, and a little fella. They are just in high school, the twins, and the little fella he's about 10, little William. He's little Bill, Billy Boxall. His grandfather's name's Bill Boxall, and he's Bill Boxall, and his older brother's name is William. But look, I watched those 3 little boys stand just over there, so we're just heading around just to the south a little bit. We're under the shade of this gum tree here. They had a little quick shade set up for my auntie, Kath, and her partner, Bill. Kath and Monique, mother and daughter, were soulmates. And I give my auntie a hug. She was beside herself. And a more sad sight you would never see. And my wife was talking to Kath. She couldn't talk much, but she said, it's the worst day of my life. And I can tell you now, like I said, we've had a lot of death in our family in the last few years. Those 3 boys, to see them there beside themselves, unconsolable, probably the saddest thing. I'm shaking a fair bit here. The saddest thing I've ever seen. Because these are young boys, and I know how my mum meant to me when I was their age. I thought the moon and the stars and the universe shone out of my mum. When you get older, you become accustomed to this, but those poor little boys, it was terrible. And my auntie and her partner, they've lost their only surviving daughter. Got 3 sons. The boys were very upset too, JR and Brocky and young Bill, William. But anyhow, what can I say? The years don't seem to be getting any better. This was 2022, 2 years ago. My sister, Stace, lost her eldest son and her husband. I won't say names because she's very private, but that was Stace, it's my sister. Lost my uncle Albert, the brother to Kathy, the mother of Monique. We lost him, I think, 6 years ago. Lost my mum, I think it's 12 years ago. Who else? We've had a lot of death in our family in the last 15 years. And this one hit home for me because Monique was so young, and those boys, and it really hit home to me yesterday. And I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I feel extremely sorry for her boys and her mum and her dad and her brothers, and obviously the others. But one wrong move in a car, and it's cost her a life. I don't know what happened. I don't need to know. End result is Monique's gone. She'll know now if there's a God, and hopefully there is a God, and hopefully she's with her oldest sister, and hopefully she is with other relatives, mum, and that up in heaven. But I'm not going to go on any more about it. There's always been a lot of pain in this little block of land. Mowed it for many years. Yesterday topped it. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. But I just wanted to do a little quick vlog on this one here, on Monique, because, hopefully there is life after death. Because if there isn't, it's final. I like to think there is. So from the Widow Cemetery, beautiful morning out here. Got to say, it's probably the most beautiful place to be buried, especially up here on the hill, looking down at the trees and that, and listening to the bird life. But on a sad note, I had to come out and do this. The boys do a very good job here of maintaining this cemetery, the council do. Whoever does it, contractors I think, and it's beautifully done, that grave, and the funeral was very well presented. As far as funerals go, it's all nice. Gregson and Waite done a brilliant job as per usual. Been to a lot of Gregson and Waite funerals, and they do a brilliant job. But on a very sad note, I'm going to do some work, and I just wanted to share this with you. One of my younger cousins, taken, she's half my age, about exactly half my age, had a lot to do with Monique up until Mum's death, and probably not so much in the last X amount of years because we all get busy. And she's busy being a mum to these three beautiful boys, and what can you say? A lovely little girl. She was a beautiful little girl, very tiny little thing, and and her parents, family, and her children thought the world of her. So on that very sad note, I'm going to leave it at that. On this beautiful, beautiful, clear day, Sveno Mick, you all have a lovely day. Hold your family and your friends dear to heart. Sveno Mick out.